Emes, what is the truth and what's the Emunah, what's believing? Because everybody's asking, I mean, if it's true, you believe in it. If you don't believe in it, and if it's not true, you need the truth to believe in it. So it's Emes. So what do you need Emunah? So Reb Leibler says, Emunah is the way you receive the Emes. The way you receive it. Rabbi Shem, the Neusen is Mashpia is Emes, the Mekabel is Emunah. How deep you receive it. If you receive the truth without reservations, without limitations, mamish, the way it is, it blows your mind, right? It mamish is without anything in the world, completely infinite. So Reb Nachman says the headquarters for this isn't the Holy Land. So now I want you to know, everybody knows that Eretz Yisrael be'etzem is Torah Shabbat, right? Torah Shabbat is all the holiness. It is written down on paper. It has to do with letters, so much and not more. You know, if you receive something so deep that it become infinite by you, that's Torah Shabbat. That every Yiddish can add millions of thoughts to everything in the world. Okay, just in a nutshell again, anything I do in its finite, it's not more than it is. That's exile, the deepest exile there is. And being out of exile is that it's beyond everything and defies everything in the world. And it's very strange, you know. Anything which is infinite is so individual, right? Anything which is finite is not individual. Because that's what it is. Take it or leave it. Very strange, you know, the Gemara says every Yidele has Dalet Amos in Eretz Yisrael. Because mamish, every Yidele. And I'll tell you something very strange, you know, in a very deep way. Today, our generation, you know what brought them back to Yiddishkeit? Is Eretz Yisrael, right? That means the first touch to bring Yid back to Yiddishkeit, you have to appeal to that which is infinite. You know? On a finite level, they didn't make it yet. They don't keep Shabbos, they're not learning yet. But on an infinite level, you know, something touches them. Something very, very deep, you know. So infinite, it's so deep, you know. Anybody want to say something strong? Not so much. Yeah? What? את לא מבינה אנגלית כל כך טוב? אז מדוע שתקת כל הזמן? את מוכרחה, את ממש, אני מבקש, באמת, כל כמה דקות תפסיק אותי, כן? את מוכרחה. לא, את מוכרחה, זה פשוט... כי את יודעת, אנחנו לומדים כאן שארץ ישראל כתוב שכון ארץ אוראי אמונה, בארץ ישראל, המקור של אמונה בארץ ישראל. כלומר, המקור של האמת הוא בהר סיני. בהר סיני הקדוש ברוך הוא נותן לנו את האמת, אבל בארץ ישראל הקדוש ברוך הוא נותן לנו אמונה שלמה. ואמונה שלמה זה ממש למעלה מכל ההגבלות שבעולם. כי ביתי בית תפילה יקרא לכל העמים, תפילה הוא עניין של אמונה. כי אמונה תלויה איך עד כמה את מאמין בקדוש ברוך הוא. אם אני מאמין שהוא יכול לעשות ניסים קטנים, אז זה יפה מאוד, אני מבקש על ניסים קטנים. אם אני ממש מאמין בלקים חיים, אז אני מתפלל עד סוף כל הדברים. הקדוש ברוך הוא יכול לעשות כל בלי סוף ובלי תכלית. ואת יודעת מה עוד דבר, אם אני מאמין ממש באמונה שלמה, אז שום דבר לא יכול להשפיל את האמונה בליבי. אם אני רואה שהכל הפוך, אני עדיין מאמין. חבר'ה, I want to tell you something, the most weird thing. The Rishna says, if you remember by Eliyahu Novi, Elijah the prophet on Har Carmel, he had to steal with the pagans. He says, we have 2 oxes, we'll slaughter one of them. 1 minute. Whoever brings down the fire from heaven, that is the one who has a real God. So the pagans worked all day, they slaughtered this ox, and they tore each other apart, and there was no fire came from heaven. Then the Yanovi came and he slaughtered the other ox, and fire came from heaven. So this is very beautiful. The Rishna says before Mashiach is coming, it'll be the other way around. All the prophets will get together, and they will bring the fire from heaven. Then us Schlepper Yidelech will get together, and nothing will happen. But you know what we'll say? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That means before Mashiach is coming, if you want to make it, it has to be so strong. Not only when you get a sign from heaven. You get signs from heaven that you're wrong. Everything is wrong. Mama's wrong. Strange, you know, like, it really is weird, Brother Moshe, it's weird. It's crazy. Nothing, you know, Mamish, nothing. You know what that means? There is some kind of clear which can become unclear also. Then there was something that's so clear that, so to speak, even God cannot make it unclear anymore, you know? It's mamish. But you know what it means? That mamish, to be in the Holy Land, to be free, that means God has to be clear to me on that level. Mamish, on that deepest depths of infinite level. You know, do you need more of a sign that God doesn't want you to have children? That you're already 80 years old, you're 85, you're 90? Imagine Sarah would ask any normal person, what is God telling me? What is God telling me? So someone would say, listen, God, you want that children, because God could have given you children 10 years ago, right? You know what I want you to know? I tell you the most weird thing. If someone were to ask a normal person, I see the holy temple burning, what is God telling you? Someone says, God tells you get out of the Holy Land, right? And I say, God lets me know that Mashiach is coming, right? It's crazy. Because it's so clear to me, you know. I want you to know something very, very deep, and I want you to open their hearts. You know, the amount of closeness between people is very simple. If I love a person very much, and they come up to me and they say, listen, I really hate you, and I take it, I believe it, they really hate me, it means we're not that close. But imagine if I love them the most, and they mamish hit me over there and say, I mamish hate you. And I know what they're telling me, Gewalt, I love you so much. This is already the closest there is, right? Can't get any closer. That means I can tell you the opposite, and you mamish know I don't mean it. So this is mamish like, you see, because Avraham Avinu asked of God, give me a sign. So God says, I want you to have the Holy Land. I want you to open your eyes. It was not a punishment. See, Avraham Avinu says to God, give me the land on the level within the normal level. Give me a sign. God says to Avraham Avinu, I want to give you the land in the most infinite way. I want to give you the land on this deepest depths level, that even if everything shows you it's not, it's still there. And this is basically why Moshe Rabbeinu's tefillah was not answered. Because everything in the Holy Land, which has to do in the deepest depths, is so deep that nothing in the world can take me away from it. Nothing in the world. Let's put it this way, Sometimes you look around, you look at Yiddishkeit. There's so many things wrong with it, right? You look at Yiddelach and Gewalt, some are mamish creeps, right? And Gewalt, and yet you have to believe that it's not true. That it is not true, Takes a lot of sech, a lot of depths to do that, God should give us strength, I just want to share with you one more thing because we got to go. Last Shabbos we were learning Torah Tzion Azavani Hashem, Hashem Shchechani. אחרי שלמד לפני שבוע נחמו נחמו עמי, פתאום אנחנו שוב מתחילים בתום ציון עזבני השם. Start kvetching again. Like imagine somebody was sick, then he gets well, he goes back to the doctor. And the doctor says, what do you want now? He says, was I sick? Okay, I know you were sick, stop kvetching, but now you're well. We cry again, please, God, you forsake me, you forgot me. It's true, you were in exile, but now I consoled you already. So, Reb Tzadok HaKohen says about her. Reb Tzadok in משהו עמוק ונורא. אוקיי, אחרי כל הגלות, אחרי כל מה שעבר עלינו, אנחנו באים לפני הקדוש ברוך הוא, בוכים, והקדוש ברוך הוא אומר, נחמו, נחמו עמי, אוקיי, אני מנחם אתכם. אבל אנחנו אומרים, ריבונו של עולם, זה כל מה שאתה יכול לתת לנו. בשביל זה חיכינו 2000 שנה, שאתה תחזיר אותנו, אז נחם אותנו. אני רוצה יותר. אני רוצה משהו יותר עמוק, יותר נשגב. מה שעוד לא היה. You know what he says about her? God says, I'll console you. You can say, Rabbi Shem, thank you very much. We want more than that. We want more than that. In Gewalt, we want something which is unbearable deep, right? Again, if a person doesn't have weird imagination, thinking Mashiach is coming, a B'yil coming on a donkey, it'll be very beautiful. You have a reception, Rabbi Goren will be there, Rabbi Vadia, and maybe Zam Shecht will be invited, it means the way the Mashiach is coming. Maybe Meir Fund will be invited, and we hippies will hang outside, and we have a little show, the Moshe Rabbeinu band will play, It's all cute, right? Got to be more than that, right? But I tell you something very deep. Do you know what the difference is between us and the rest of the Yidden? They're really not waiting for more. They're not waiting for more. Take a lot of Chumah Yidden. What do you think Mashiach is coming? Mashiach is coming, it'll be beautiful.
More lessons on TV.
It'll be the same thing, okay, on television. Maybe it'll be television, but the girls will be more dressed because the Tzatma Ruf, everybody knows about sneers. And it'll be like in Persia, in Persia there's only one woman on television, and she's Mamish Kavod and Miti. Okay, when Mashiach is coming, it'll be a Gewalt, right? Then the Satmar Rebbe will give a Herrschaft. And maybe Satmar Rebbe himself will be on television every Friday. Or maybe Satmar Shalashurus will be on television. What else can you ask? I mean, how much can we take over the world? Be a gewalt, right? Be a gewalt. That's sweet. Well, you don't like it so much? Yeah?
The issue of Nachamu, Ami, the Rebbe Shalom is saying, console yourself. I give you permission to console yourself. So we start saying,
can't you do it?
We don't want it. We don't want to do it if we do it ourselves. The father has to say, Anoichi is Menachem.
Aha. You thought God says it's a self-service consolation.
Right. So we say that's how far can we do? Nachamu. Ain't based on English.
I have to tell you, I hear what you're saying. I have to tell you a little German drosha from my uncle, which my father would tell me all the time. My uncle Yosef was mamash very holy Yiddish, you know, mamash. He had a chance to get out and mamash all thing, but anyway he went to the concentration camp. So my father told me that my uncle once said a drosha in German, Nachmu Ami. You know, the Rebbe Shem says, tröstet mich. You know. He says, God says, console me, my people, you know.
You know, the first topic that came to you when you started to talk about imagination was me dominant.
Yeah.
Because the me is the
Yeah.
individual.
Yeah.
Because we know it's me kabel. So
Yeah.
what we really want to say to God is me dominant. That my imagination, I will be in accord with that imagination of God.
Yeah, I just want to say this. You know, on Yom Kippur, we are doing tshuva on all the little sins we were doing, all the little mistakes. What is it to go into exile on Tisha B'Av? But because whatever I think of myself depends on what I'm thinking of God. Okay, stop. Zan, can you teach a few more minutes? I'll be right back.
Go inside and get you some. Finish what his sentence was.